Hey loves, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video I'll be sharing with you guys how I made this beautiful abaya. If this looks like something you're interested in, please keep on watching and let's get started. Welcome back guys. So for this tutorial you'll be needing your bias. Okay, this is bias. They sell it this way in the market. You need your chalk, your scissors, your tape rule, and of course your fabric. So I'm making use of a chiffon fabric. You can use any fabric of your choice, okay? So it doesn't have to be chiffon, and I have 2 yards of this fabric here. So we'll go ahead and fold this fabric. Mine is already folded. If you notice, it is folded into 2 and I folded it again, making into 4. So for this dress, all you need is a neckline, okay, and nothing serious. So I just came down by 3 inches and for my neck depth, and I took 3 inches for my neck width. So go ahead and mark your desired neckline, okay? So I'll go ahead now and connect it together. So I know that my chalk is not showing, trust me, okay? I know it is not showing because of the nature of the fabric, but you definitely understand because I'll be explaining better, okay? So after connecting my neckline this way, I'll come to this side and I came down by 1 inch and I'll connect it to my neck width, okay? You know the way we normally do it. So you just go ahead and connect it this way, after which I'll go ahead and cut it out, and that is basically the only cutting I'll be doing on this fabric. Okay, so after cutting it out this way, I'll take away 1 piece. So I'll be working with 1 piece. Okay, so this is what we have. This is what it should look like, okay guys? So the next thing I'll be doing now, because I want mine to have a belt, so this part is actually optional. So I just turned it to the rough side. So this is the rough side of this fabric, and this is a strap that I cut out, just a strap that is long enough to go around your waist, okay? So this is a strap. It is 3 inches wide. So what I'll do now is to fold it this way and stitch on it like this, and then I'll secure the edges. So I repeat the same thing for the other one. So this is it. I've done it for the 2 straps. I have stitched it and secured the both edges this way. Now I'll bring back my the front piece of my dress. Remember, I'll be placing this belt on the rough side of this dress, okay? So I'll place it this way, and I'll bring my tape rule. So what I'll do now is to fold this into 2 because the chalk is not showing, that is, the markings are not showing. So to make it easier for you to understand, I'll just fold it into 2 like this, the way you see me doing. I'll just make sure that they are equal. So you see, that is the middle point, that place, that is the middle part. So what I will do now is to come down down to my waistline. So my shoulder to waist is 15 inches. So I just came down by 15 inches from the shoulder line this way, and I'll mark it. So guys, I'm so sorry that the chalk is not showing, but please try to understand what I'm doing, okay? So I just came down from my shoulder to waist, which is 15 inches, and then from that center, remember that is the center, I'll mark my waist, which is 8 inches this way. Okay, so after marking it, I'll go ahead now and place this belt on that part and pin it down, okay? So you can see what I have. So I just placed it and I pinned it down. I'll now flip it to the other side this way, and I'll repeat the same process. So just in case you did not understand what I did, I'll explain it again. So what I did was to place my tape from my shoulder like this, and I came down to my waist, that is shoulder to waist. Mine is 15 inches, and I just marked out the 15 inches this way. And then after marking it out that way, from the middle part of that fabric, from the middle part, I took my waist circumference, which is 8 inches, and I just marked it there. Okay, so after marking it, I'll bring the other belt and I'll just place it this way, the way you see me doing right now. Okay, so I'll just pin it down, and then after pinning it down, I'll open this up for you to see what we have. So you should have something like this. Okay, you should have something like this. You can see what I have. So I'll go ahead and secure that part. I'll just stitch it down. Okay, I'll secure it. So I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so after securing it, this is what it is looking like. Can you see? I've sewed that part down. Okay, so the next thing I'll do now is to just tie it so that it stays perfectly well, so that I don't mistakenly stitch on it. Okay, do you understand? After that, I turn the fabric to the right side, and then I'll bring the back. This is the back, and then I'll place it together this way. I'll make sure that the shoulders are equal. After placing it this way, I'll arrange it well, and then I'll go ahead and stitch it on the shoulder, and I'll repeat the same thing for this other side. I'll place it like this and stitch it down on the shoulder, just the shoulders. And this is what I have after I was done. So pardon me, there was no light when I was making this dress. Okay, so but I'll definitely give it a good press when I'm done. So after ironing it, that was what it is looking like. And then now we'll work on the neckline. So for the neckline, I'll be making use of this bias. Okay, so I'll just use the bias to turn the neckline. If you don't know how to use a bias, please check my previous video. I have a video, a tutorial on that, a detailed tutorial. Okay, so I'll go ahead and place the bias this way. I'll stitch one side and then I'll turn it over to the other side. So after fixing it with the bias, this is what it is looking like. Can you see how neat it is looking like? Okay, so after doing that, next thing we'll do now is to fix our bias on the sides of this dress. Remember this style, the bias is also by the side of the dress. Okay, so now what I did was to turn this dress to the rough side, because I want the bias to be showing in the right side. I don't know if you understand. So this dress is turned on the rough side, and I'll place this bias like this. Okay, so just watch what I am doing. If you don't understand, please check my previous video. So I'll stitch on it like this on one side, after which I'll flip it over and to look like this on the other side when I'm done. Okay, so don't worry, we'll do that together. So now I'll just go ahead and place the bias like this from the bottom down to the other bottom of this dress. That is all over this dress. I'll be placing my bias this way, and I'll be stitching on it. So I'll do that for the other side. Okay, I'll also come to this other side and repeat the same process. So I'm done stitching one side of the bias, and this is what it is looking like. Can you see? So this is the right side, that's the rough side. Okay, so I'm done stitching it to the rough side, and now I'll flip it over to the right side. Remember I said I want the bias to show on the right side of this dress. So I'll flip it to the right side now. So this is the right side of our dress, and if you look closely, you realize that it is a bit rough around the bias area. That's how it's supposed to be. So now I'll go ahead and fold in the bias this way on the right side, and I'll just go ahead and secure it around the edges. Okay, you do not have to rush, especially if you're a beginner. Okay, just take your time. So I'll go ahead now and stitch it down this way, so you can see how my bias is all over the dress. So I'll do that and I'll repeat it on the other side of the dress as well. So I'll just explain again. So I'll place it down this way and I'll pin it and I'll stitch it sorry. So I'm done stitching it, guys. This is what it is looking like. This is the right side. Can you see the bias, how it's showing on the right side? And it is looking very, very neat. So can you see what we have? And this is the other side. So now what we need to do is to shape our dress. So to shape this dress, I'll just fold it like this for better understanding, since the chalk is not showing. So you fold it like this, and then I will try to get the middle part of this dress. Okay, so I just marked the midpoint of the dress, and then I'll place it this way, making sure they are equal. And then I'll use my tape to measure from my shoulder down to my bust point, which is 10 inch. Okay, which is 10 inches. So I want to sew it from the bust point. Okay, and then I just marked my waist, which is 15 inches. And then what I'll do is from that middle line, I'll impute my bust circumference measurement. So I do not want it to be fitted, so I added allowance. Okay, but if you want it to be fitted, you can use your exact measurement. So I came to the waist and I just marked my waist line, waist circumference, sorry. So and then now I am taking my shoulder to my hip, which is 24 inches, and I'll just mark the 24 inches this way as well. And then I'll place the tape from the midpoint again, and I'll mark my hip circumference measurement. After that, you connect the lines together this way. So you connect it down the way you see me doing. Okay, so after connecting it down this way, you can see how I'm just connecting. When you get to this part, you make it free so that you'll be able to walk. Okay, or you leave a slit, whichever one works for you, it's fine. So you turn it to the other side and repeat the same thing. So you're stitching on this fabric on the right side, not on the wrong side. So you can see that this fabric is on the right side. Okay, so you're stitching on it this way, just the way it is. Do not turn it to the rough side and stitch on it, because it is a butterfly dress. So I'll explain it this way again, just in case you don't understand. So I just marked the midpoint of the dress. Okay, that is the middle. And then I'll place my tape and mark my bust point, which is 10 inches, sorry. And then I marked my waist 15 inches, and then I marked my hip. After that, from this midpoint again, I'll place the tape, mark my bust circumference, place the tape at the midpoint, mark my waist, and then place it at the middle again and mark my hip. And then I'll connect the lines together. Then I'll go ahead and just stitch on it down. Do you get? So that's what I'll do. I'll just go and stitch on it on the right side this way, and I'll repeat the same process for the other side. So that is basically it. So I'm done stitching it, and this is what it is looking like. I don't know if you can see the thread. Can you see the thread? Wow, this material is so colorful, like difficult to see. I also went ahead to hem the bottom part of the dress, and this is what we have. And this is basically all for the making of this dress. So you can see how I slanted the down part so that I'll be able to work with it properly. Okay guys, so thank you guys so much for watching. If you find this video helpful, do not forget to hit the subscribe button. If you have any question, please leave it in the comment section. And if it's your first time of stopping by, thank you so much. Okay, so I'll upload 20 tutorials on this channel. Do not forget. Till I see you in my next video. If you have any comments, questions, suggestion, video requests, please leave it below. Bye.